We're talking the stress hormone, the little-known stress hormone called aldosterone, which in addition to helping the body handle survival threats is also involved in the release of minerals from cells into the blood, particularly sodium and potassium and chloride, also magnesium and calcium. These are electrolyte minerals. They're released out of cells into the blood in order to help the body handle the stress response. This is so important to recognize because it links these elements, what we call the electrolytes and the salts, to the emergency response. Salts are vital for how the body handles emergency, the salts we call electrolytes. And it really highlights the utter biochemical ignorance of salt avoidance strategies. The salt avoidance strategies that you hear ad nauseum from the government and from doctors and the medical model in general. Why? This is craziness. The salt phobia is near the top of the list of stupid things you hear from your doctor, and it's a long list. It includes cholesterol causing heart disease, don't eat eggs, stay out of the sun, wear your sunscreen to protect yourself from melanoma, don't take your supplements because they might make your immune system more powerful and interfere with your chemotherapy, don't eat broccoli because it might interfere with your vitamin K. I mean, the list of idiotic things you hear from doctors, it's nearly endless, but salt phobia has got to be near the top. Why? Well, first of all, salt is important for helping us handle stress. Number two, you can't stay away from salt. It's a vital need and cravings are built into our brain. And number three, salt levels in the blood are controlled mostly via hormones and biochemistry and much less as a result of what we're eating. When we eat or drink too much sodium or potassium or chloride or any other electrolytes, i.e. salts, if we're healthy, these minerals are going to get excreted via the kidneys. The kidney's job is to keep minerals in the blood at the appropriate levels, and the kidneys are exquisitely capable of doing their work when we're healthy. Can you overwhelm the system? Well, yeah, probably. But as far as their levels in the blood go, it's much more important to control the stress response and the subsequent secretion of the hormone aldosterone, the stress/mineral hormone aldosterone, than it is to try to force yourself to go low salt, which is next to impossible. What's more, and this is very important, the relationship between the elevated stress response and salt in the blood results in a loss of salts, a loss of sodium, a loss of chloride, a loss of potassium, in addition to a loss of calcium and magnesium. The more stress we're under, the more we're losing salt. The more stress we're under, the more salt deficient we'll be. The greater and the longer lasting the stress response, the more likely we will be to be deficient in these minerals. And then you go and follow your doctor's advice to go low salt. Now you're really going to be salt deficient. This is why if we're under physiological stress and psychological stress, we will feel better when we drink salt water. And when we start drinking salt water, a little bit of Celtic sea salt and water, that salt water is going to taste like the most delicious beverage you ever had. Why? Because your body needs the salt. If you're drinking salt water, if you put a little Celtic sea salt in your water and you sip on it, and it tastes really good, guaranteed you needed the salt. And then the second sip and the third sip and the fourth sip, you're going to notice that it doesn't taste as good. And with the second and third and fourth sip, you're going to meet your salt needs. Drink salt water if you're under adrenal fatigue issues, if you're suffering from adrenal fatigue issues. If you get up quickly from a sitting position or a laying down position and you feel dizzy or woozy, that's a sign of adrenal fatigue. If you get up from 8 hours or 9 hours of sleep and you feel tired still, that's a sign of adrenal fatigue. If you're craving salt, that's a sign of adrenal fatigue. All of these are issues that you can take care of, that you can fix, or at least partially work on, by drinking salt water. And you'll feel better too. Even better, get your salts from vegetables. Drinking salt water, drinking Celtic sea salt water, not Morton salt, drinking a gourmet salt like Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt, that's good. But drinking or getting salt by drinking vegetables vegetable juices, vegetable waters, that's even better. Why? Because the minerals, the electrolytes that are found in plants, that are found in vegetables, are in their organically bound form. They have been magically transformed into an incredibly useful form. That's what colloidal minerals are. Yeast, by the way, is also a great source of these organically bound minerals. This makes nutritional yeast one of the most powerful, nutrient-dense food supplements you could ever use. Nutritional yeast, and it tastes delicious too. Yeasts are living substances. Anytime you can eat a living substance, as we talked last week, anytime you can eat a living substance, you are going to get valuable nutrition. That means eggs, oysters, and yeast. Those are major, most important living substances. Vegetables were living, and if you pick them out of the ground quickly and eat them, they're as close to living as you're going to get. Along with yeast and eggs, you've got three very important living foods that are not only going to supply you vitamins and protein, they'll also supply you with these electrically charged and usable minerals. And of course, because plants or animals eat plants, and sometimes sea vegetation if they live in the ocean or they live in water, organ meats, fish, shellfish, these are also going to be a good source of organically bound minerals. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back right after this.
Turn on the news and you'll hear stories of natural disasters, political unrest, and financial crisis. In times of uncertainty, how will you take care of your family's most basic needs? Food Insurance, America's most trusted provider of freeze-dried emergency food, has solutions that fit your family's needs and budget. Our meals are delicious, nutritious, and come with a guaranteed 25-year shelf life. For a limited time, we are sending a free freeze-dried meal to all listeners of this program. Go to foodinsurance.com and request your free meal today. That's foodinsurance.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Do you owe the IRS money? Has the IRS garnished your wages or put a lien against your house? The IRS has the power to make you pay back what they claim you owe and will stop at nothing to collect. There is a solution. Call Signature Tax now. Speak with our professionals and feel the weight of your tax burden lifted from your shoulders. Call now for your free and confidential analysis. 800-481-3147. Again, that's 800-481-3147. 800-481-3147.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
What would your life be like if you woke up each morning with new vitality, feeling better than you have in years, and you noticed a difference in your sleeping patterns, blood sugar levels, and had a sense of well-being overall? There's something that is changing thousands of people's lives, and you could be one of them. It's called Heart and Body Extract. Sharon Harris, co-creator of Heart and Body Extract, talks about the positive effects of Heart and Body Extract.
What happens with the formula Heart and Body Extract is it's giving the body the necessary vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, and phytonutrients so the body will heal itself. And yes, the body does have the ability to balance blood pressure, balance cholesterol, clean and unclog the arteries. It can also work on balancing the circulation for diabetics. So the body is an amazing thing. It simply needs some help so it has the tools to heal itself.
Heart and Body Extract gets results. To order your 2-month supply, call now, toll free at 866-295-5305. Order online at hbextract.com.
The human body is more than 60% water. Your brain and muscles are 75% water. And your blood is 92% water. Water's vital to your body, and alkalizing your water is the key to keep it running at its best. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops keep your entire body healthy, boosts energy, promotes weight loss, and even fights cancer. Call 800-518-7615 or go to alkavision.com to find out more. That's alkavision.com.
Owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Get on board with the Tax Admiral. Don't pick on the IRS alone. I'll cut penalties and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company helping people clean up their mess with the IRS.
If you owe $10,000 or more, then call the Tax Admiral.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Why do over 50% of North Americans suffer from some form of chronic ailment? Could it be due to a toxic overload? It's time to take back your life. Get the lead out as well as the cadmium, mercury, and calcium. Extendovite is a garlic cayenne supplement with 5 other herbs that acts like a natural Drano, cleaning out the stored toxins, restoring your energy and youthfulness that we've lost. If you would like to live your life free of sickness, pain, or fear, then Extendovite is for you. Available in either capsules or liquid, you too can see why Extendovite is the #1 heart drop available. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
Attention, all men. Are you urinating more frequently? Do you wake up to urinate? Are you having a slower, weaker stream? Don't ignore the warning signs of your aging prostate. Get your free bottle of Super Beta Prostate. Super Beta Prostate is guaranteed to support a more complete emptying of your bladder, a fuller, stronger stream, and less waking at night to urinate.
Super Beta Prostate is a product that I really like. I endorse it. I use it myself. I was very pleasantly surprised that Super Beta Prostate helped me fairly quickly.
Super Beta Prostate is formulated with a natural plant enzyme called beta-cytosterol. It's so powerful, you'd have to take 100 salt palmetto pills to get the same sterols as just one Super Beta Prostate tablet. Don't ignore the warning signs of your aging prostate. Call now to get your free bottle of Super Beta Prostate. Call 1-800-853-1203. That's 1-800-853-1203. 800-853-1203.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
You pick up the receiver with your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead. You finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Jason! Jason!
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at gcnlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at gcnlive.com.
Okay, we're talking the stress response as it shows up or as it manifests via hormones, specifically the hormone aldosterone. This is all as it regards the skin, by the way. We're still talking skin health and hyper-pigmentation and melasma and oily skin and inflammatory issues of the skin, eczema and psoriasis. These are all related to a manifestation. These are all manifestations of the stress response. Stress is, you can think of stress as a perception that we can't cope with what's going on in our lives. Stress results when we feel like we can't cope with the ups and downs, the normal ups and downs of what occurs in our lives. The fact of the matter is we can cope. We always cope with whatever occurs in our lives. So stress is a bit of an illusion, at least psychological and emotional stresses, but they manifest themselves as physical, chemical, biochemical stresses, which are not illusory, they are real. The illusory physical stress, the illusory psychological stress, emotional and mental issues, those can be linked or show up as physiologic stresses, real physical stresses via the activity of hormones, specifically aldosterone, also cortisol and also adrenaline. So what we think and what we feel, while those are illusory in the sense that they're just neural blips and bleeps and quantum flux movement of ions in our brain. That's all a thought is, as significant as a thought may seem to be. No matter what you're thinking, no matter how important it is what you're thinking, it's really nothing more than the movement of potassium and calcium and sodium in nerve cells in your brain. That's all a thought is. Likewise, an emotion. These are all illusory, but they're linked to real physiologic effects via the activity of hormones. The hormone we're talking about today is your mineral hormone, aldosterone. And the flow of minerals out of cells into the blood is largely controlled by stresses and the stress hormones. This is why it's so important to make sure you're getting enough of these electrolytes via the diet and via supplementation. Organically bound electrolytes, that is the electrolytes, the minerals that are found in plants and vegetables and the animals that eat those plants, are always going to be more healthful, are always going to be more beneficial, are always going to be more useful to our bodies than the minerals that are found in their rock form. This is one of Dr. Wallach's major insights, maybe his most important insight, and probably the major philosophical pillar upon which the longevity nutritional philosophy is built. Plant-derived minerals are not the same as inorganic minerals. I know we've talked about this over and over and over again, but I still get letters from people who want to know about mercury and arsenic and the minerals that are in the plant-derived Beyond Tangy Tangerine and Ultimate Classic and the various plant-derived mineral products that Longevity sells. Organically bound plant-derived minerals are a unique species of mineral. They're complex with plant proteins. Plants have an ability, vegetation has an ability to magically transform rock minerals, which are found in the soil, to magically transform these rock minerals into electrolytic colloidal minerals, electrically active colloidal minerals. Colloidal meaning they suspend in liquids. If your mineral suspends in liquid, then it's organically bound. Otherwise, your mineral would sink. Minerals sink in liquid. Try go get some rocks or some soil, put it in some water, and you'll notice that the rock elements sink to the bottom. But when they're organically bound, they float, or not float, they suspend, they hang. That's almost like a miracle. When a mineral hangs or suspends in a liquid, it has an ability to generate an electrical charge. This makes these drinks, these electrolyte mineral drinks that come from plant-derived minerals, super beneficial, super usable, super helpful, and by the way, super non-toxic. That having been said, the importance of colloidal minerals is primal. The importance of plant-derived minerals, plant-derived electrolytes supersedes the importance of any other minerals, but you can still get nutritional benefits from a good mineral salt like Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt, which contain a well-rounded spectrum of minerals. It's probably not going to be as beneficial as a vegetable electrical drink, but drinking Celtic sea salt water or Himalayan salt water can still get you some benefits, especially if we're deficient in these electrolytes following long-term activation of the stress response. Anyone dealing with hyperpigmentation, melasma, hypertension, or any other manifestation of the stress response, i.e. most of us, we will benefit from electrolyte drinks, and that's where the Beyond Tangy Tangerine really shines. It's liquid electrolytes. This is why people get such rapid response from the BTT. Most of us are deficient. Remember, the body under deficiency states will suck up nutrients like a dry sponge sucks up water. That means fast. So if we're deficient, and most of us are, and we sip on the BTT, we're going to notice results fast. How fast? Usually within 12 hours. Sometimes almost instantly, depending on deficiencies. Electrolytes are basically salts, and replacing these things can be super, super helpful, especially if you're craving salt, especially if you've got adrenal fatigue, especially if you're stressed out. Also, if you're working hard, especially if you're sweating a lot while you're working hard, or if you're an athlete. Celtic sea salt in water is a great salt replacement. Same with Himalayan salt. All veggies are really going to allow you to replace these electrolytes. Veggie juices can be particularly helpful. Veggie juices, of course, will get you plant nutrients and fiber. It's hard to... I can't really think of a more well-rounded, easy to utilize, and multifunctional nutritional supplement, if you will, than a vegetable juice. And they're so easy and they're so cheap. You can get a pound of celery for $2 or less. You can get enough celery and beets to supply you with a vegetable juice, all the vegetable juice you could drink for 2 days for $2. Drop it in a blender with some water, throw in some Celtic sea salt. Not only will you get the electricity, the electrical element of the electrolytes and the veggies and the salt, but the vortex, the spinning action of the blender in combination with water will make your drink an electrically active liquid, an electrically active beverage. And it's going to be a pretty darn close to instant way of raising your electrolyte levels and getting the adrenal glands its precious salt. These strategies, you guys, are so simple, so cheap, so easy to employ and to incorporate into your day-to-day lives. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away. We're talking the stress response as it regards the adrenal glands and adrenal hormones, specifically aldosterone, our mineral hormone. The hormone aldosterone is the link between mineral deficiencies, electrolyte deficiencies, and the stress response. And it's also the link between psychology and mental health issues and mineral loss and the stress response. If you're dealing with migraine headaches, TMJ, asthma, frequent colds, cold sores, heart disease, digestive problems, irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis, any kind of immune issue, rheumatoid arthritis, cancer even, all of these can be caused by exacerbation or chronic, long-term, low-level activation of the stress response. And understanding how to relax the body is so important. There's so many ways to do it. Now, we haven't really addressed the psychological strategies, behavioral therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy. Also something called mindfulness. If you're interested in learning how to exploit or leverage mindfulness, and by the way, this is not airy-fairy stuff, mindfulness and mitigation or relaxation of the stress response is being studied by physicians and high-powered medical schools like UCLA. You can read anything by a guy named John Kabat-Zinn, Z-I-N-N. He's written extensively. He's a medical doctor. I believe he went to Harvard. Medical doctor. He's written extensively about the relaxation response as it regards stress mitigation, relaxation of stress. Also, Dr. Andrew Weil has written extensively about this. It is so darn important to understand how to relax the body, not just psychologically, not just mentally, not just emotionally, but also by providing the body with nutrients. This is one of the major roles of nutritional supplementation. It tells the body that all is well. Nutritional supplements tell the body that there's plenty. The body doesn't have to be economical. There's lots of vitamins. There's lots of minerals. This is why it's so helpful to get yourself on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the Healthy Start Pack. Make sure you're using vegetable drinks. Make sure you're getting your salts and your electrolytes, eating vegetables, using dietary strategies, getting off of the sugar. All of these are strategies that tell the body that all is right, all is okay. When the body believes that all is right and all is okay, and there's abundance, and that it's, in essence, summertime on the African savanna, it will harness and marshal all of its resources, redirect its resources towards healing. If you're dealing with any kind of degenerative condition where your body is not healing, guaranteed your body thinks its survival is at stake. Remember, the healing system, the healing process is built into the body. What's the proof? Well, we wouldn't have survived 2 million years if we didn't have a built-in ability to heal, a built-in ability to handle survival threats. The fact that we're still here after 2 million years tells us that we must have evolved some kind of system for helping the body, helping our physiology deal with emergency, deal with survival threats. What's happened today is we've managed to tell the body that its survival is at stake 24/7, partially because of nutritional deficiencies, partially because of the crappy way we eat, and partially because of poor mental, psychological, and emotional strategies as well. They're all important when it comes to softening the blow of the chronic long-term stress response. And of course, minerals are also important, and this all has to do with the skin. If you don't want to take advantage or leverage these strategies and these ideas for our long-term, for our longevity and for our long-term wellness, just for beauty and just for appearance and just for anti-wrinkles and just for getting rid of oily skin and just for preventing dark spots, melasma, and hyper-pigmentation, just for vanity alone. Understanding how to soften the blow of the stress response is key, and nutritional supplementation, of course, is super important. Tomorrow we'll talk about some other nutritional strategies that we can use, and we'll talk about some hormones that you can get over the counter. We mentioned these before. We'll talk about that tomorrow as we continue talking skin health, the stress response, minerals, and hormone health on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Our number 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. Let us help you change your life. Let us help you change the lives of loved ones, friends, family members, workmates today. If you have questions about the longevity products or formulations or skincare or anything you may have heard about or anything we're talking about, we welcome your calls, 844-236-6010. Likewise, if you have a success story or if you just want to contribute to the conversation. Let's go to Indiana and welcome LJ to the bright side. What's up, LJ? Good morning.
Good morning, Ben. Assuming that one is already practicing all the all is well strategies that you just talked about, but you want to reverse 60 years of plaque build up in the arteries and increase the elasticity of the blood vessels, the perfusion, perfusion. What supplements would you recommend to do that?
Well, I'm not going to tell you about the oxygen because that's super important for improving circulation. I'm not going to tell you about all the all is well strategies as you eloquently put it. That's exactly what they are, all is well strategies. The blood circulation depends on feeling like all is well. Hypertension obviously will constrict the blood vessels and keep the circulatory system from moving as it should. So you got to take care of that end of it. But we'll move on from there. Number one, you got to keep dirt from getting into the blood. When I say dirt, I mean digestive dirt. and that includes sugar. So number one, you got to patch up the gut. That's the first thing for clearing out the blood vessels. Bile salts attach, I should say, minerals, heavy metals. They attach toxicity in drugs. So keeping bile operating efficiently is also important. That means digestive health strategies, liver health strategies, bile health strategies. Number one, if you have any food problems, you got to correct those. Elimination diet, eliminating foods. Do a food diary. Write down everything you eat and write down how you respond to those foods from a digestive system perspective, and then begin to eliminate foods that cause digestive distress. Then you want to start to patch up the gut and support digestive health. Bile salts are incredibly important and incredibly underappreciated. Bile salts are actually a type of hormone, and bile salts come from cholesterol, or bile comes from cholesterol, I should say, which is just another reason why statin drugs are so ridiculous, because they'll suppress cholesterol and affect your bile. So making sure your bile is operating pristinely, use the ultimate enzymes, which contain bile salts, and you can actually go get bile salts. In fact, that's one of the first supplements I would get if I was wanting to deal with excess plaque or mineral calcium deposition in the blood vessels. Get yourself on bile salts and the ultimate enzymes after all your meals. You can get bile, and by the way, that's B-I-L-E, bile salts, not bio salts, bile salts. You can get those at a health food store, and you can get the ultimate enzymes off of brightsideben.com or criticalhealthnews.com. A bunch more. Hang tight, LJ. There's a bunch more stuff you could do, and I'll get you a somewhat exhaustive list when we come back from our break. So hang tight. Don't go away. And if you're on hold, you as well, hang tight. We'll get to you when we come back from our break. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
We're back on The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're off in Indiana talking to LJ. Hello, LJ.
Hey,
there, my friend?
Okay. Don't forget, what is your opinion using nattokinase?
It's awesome.
Arginine, citrulline, and there was one more. It was the heart and body extract.
They're all great. Arginine, citrulline are super important for cardiovascular health. What was the first one you said? You mentioned? What was the first thing?
Nattokinase.
Nattokinase is an awesome enzyme. One of the reasons I love the BioLumin Nightly Essence so well as a probiotic supplement is because it has nattokinase in it. Nattokinase is an enzyme that's derived from natto, which is a kind of soy product, and it is awesome for clearing out the blood vessels. In fact, I was just about to tell you about digestive enzymes in general. All enzymes, digestive enzymes, proteolytic enzymes are going to be super helpful for helping clear out the circulatory system. In fact, we're going to talk enzyme health tomorrow on The Bright Side. And if you're interested in checking out some super high-powered enzymes, super duper high-powered enzymes, head over to brightsidhealthproducts.com. I've been studying enzymes now. Well, I've been studying them since pharmacy school, but really hardcore for the last year or so. And I'm telling you, enzymes are poised to be the next big thing when it comes to nutritional supplementation and using supplements for health. They're already used in Japan and in Europe as medicines. And, when we talk about vitamins and we talk about minerals, when we talk about vitamins, we're talking about coenzymes. At least the B complex and vitamin C. These are coenzymes and cofactors. Vitamin K is a cofactor and a coenzyme. I wrote a nice blog piece, or an interesting blog piece, I'll say, about the different kinds of vitamins. You have coenzyme vitamins, you've got cofactor vitamins, you have protecting vitamins, and then you have hormone vitamins. The coenzyme and cofactor vitamins are unbelievably important, but they work because they support enzymes. The enzymes themselves are what are doing the work, and because of how we eat, most of us aren't getting anywhere near enough enzymes, and enzyme deficiency is probably a much bigger problem than anyone suspects. Anyway, you can get all kinds of system enzymes in addition to digestive enzymes off brightsidhealthproducts.com, and of course, the ultimate enzymes from Youngevity will help too. Those have bile salts in them. Lecithin is also very important for supporting bile. Probiotics are important. Food elimination is also important. Vitamin C, very important for the circulatory system. It can help magnetically attract toxicity and magnetically attract heavy metals. away from, or not heavy metals, but calcium away from those deposits in the blood vessels. Vitamin E is helpful. Omega-3 fats are helpful, as well as coenzyme Q10, magnesium, all the B vitamins, all the electrolytes are very important, LJ. Sugar control is also important for helping clear out the blood vessels. Sugar is a major mortal enemy to blood vessels, and diabetes and circulatory health and cardiovascular health, or deficiencies in circulatory and cardiovascular health, go hand in hand. That means not eating the sugar and not eating the bread and the pasta and the potatoes, etc. And then also using chromium and vanadium, the sweeties and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which all help you metabolize sugar. Niacin, vitamin B3, super important for helping the body process sugar, as is magnesium and chromium and vanadium. And then chelation, or magnetically attracting minerals out of the body, can be helpful. We mentioned vitamin C. Vitamin E may have some chelating effects. Selenium, your ultimate selenium, can help with chelation. There's one of my all-time favorite non-essential supplements, as you know if you've listened to this program, is something called N-acetylcysteine, or NAC. NAC and selenium work hand in hand, along with sulfur. And between NAC, sulfur, and your ultimate selenium, you've got a wonderful chelation complex. Now, chelation therapy, intravenous chelation therapy, or even oral chelation therapy with something called EDTA can be unbelievably important, even if you don't have problems with your blood vessels, even if you don't have circulatory problems or deposition of plaque problems. Just for longevity and just for wellness, chelation therapy, intravenous chelation therapy, is an amazingly helpful health strategy. And I personally, I haven't done it in a long time, but as I get older, I'm sure I'll be doing chelation therapy. You can also do it orally. You don't need to go to a doctor and have it done IV. Selenium is chelating, as I said. Algae can be chelating. The Fucoid Z can be chelating. And probiotics, this is one of the little-known benefits of probiotics. In addition to being very helpful for the digestive system, they also have chelation properties. So got a ton of stuff there, LJ. Lots and lots and lots of stuff you could do. Last but most certainly not least, caloric restriction is a wonderful strategy for helping clear out the blood vessels. That help you, my man?
Yes, thank you so much.
Good deal. God bless you. Good luck with everything. Hope that helps. Okay, let's go to Rose in Virginia. What's up, Rose? How you doing? Rosie. Let me see if I hit the button the wrong way. Rose.
It's not mine, but it's somebody else's.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard of this beautiful man. He comes from a Coptic family. That's the Egyptian Christian, Egyptian Christians. He was mentioning that his mom died because his lungs, they got filled up with water. But I know of another case, too, that he has pneumonia. So I see both cases related. Can you explain a little bit about pneumonia and how can a person overcome that?
Yes, pneumonia, you want to think about the immune system. Pneumonia is an infection. Interestingly, pneumonia, which is a cause of death, it usually affects people who are already sick, people who are already predisposed in one way or another. You got it's basically an infection in the lungs is what pneumonia is. The air sacs in the lungs become infected with bacteria or virus, sometimes molds, and you end up with fluid accumulation. You get just the basic inflammatory response that happens when you have arthritis just happens in your lungs, and it's bad enough when it happens in your joints if you have arthritis, but if it happens in your lungs, it can kill you. It's pretty darn common, actually, but the fatalities that are associated with pneumonia usually occur in older folks or people who are compromised in some way. The way you deal with pneumonia is the way you deal with any immune problem. You got to strengthen the body's ability to take care of itself. Now, in the case of acute infections, there are antibiotics that are important, and I'm not a big believer in drugs, as you know, if you listen to this program, but antibiotics are an exception to that. And pain pills. Antibiotics and pain pills, although both can be abused and both can be overused, antibiotics and pain pills are certainly times when you want pharmacological intervention. The way to take care of pneumonia is to prevent it from happening in the first place, and that's to keep your immune system strong. And the best way to keep your immune system strong is to make sure you're eating correctly, make sure you're nutritionally supplementing, make sure you're staying away from sugar, and make sure you're relaxing the body. Where have you heard this before? These are the same basic things that we all have to do. Watch what we're eating. avoiding food intolerances and food allergens, or foods that cause intolerances and foods that cause allergic reactions. Remember, the immune system, the defense system that's going to be fighting the bacteria and the viruses that are causing pneumonia, that's located mostly in the digestive system. Immunity and digestion go hand in hand. Now, you have some immunity in the blood and in the skin and in the lungs, but the vast majority of the immune system is going to be in the digestive system. So by controlling what you're eating, staying away from allergens, staying away from food toxins, and building up the gut, preventing leaky gut syndrome with your glucogel caps and your Fucoid Z and your Biolumin Nightly Essence, making sure you're using enzymes and apple cider vinegar after meals is a must. And if you already have a pneumonia, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're getting liquid nutrition, especially liquid immune boosting supplements, vegetable juices, and chicken soup, homemade chicken soup. Jewish penicillin. They call it Jewish penicillin because it's so powerful for building the immune system. The cartilage factors specifically. Also, the liquid protein helps. Make sure you're using vitamin C. It is the most powerful vitamin, immune boosting vitamin that there is, and high doses of it, by the way. 5,000 milligrams a day, not all at once because you'll get a little bloaty, but throughout the day. Vitamin E is very important for the lungs. It'll also support the immune system. The aforementioned N-acetylcysteine, selenium, and sulfur can also help with pneumonia. And then, of course, keeping your sugar intake down and supporting sugar metabolism with the B complex, with niacin, especially timed-release niacin, which can be very helpful, especially if you have high blood pressure. Timed-release niacin is a wonderful supplement. And then chromium and vanadium. Make sure you're sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine all day long. Make sure you're using your omega fatty acids, and make sure you're using your OsteoFX. Magnesium, by the way, also has a particularly important relevance when it comes to lung health. And that's not just for pneumonia. That's also for asthma or any other lung issues. And magnesium deficiency is actually one of the more common nutritional deficiencies because we don't like eating our veggies, and veggies are your best source of magnesium. All right, I hope that helps. Thanks so much for your call, Rose. And that's all the time we have for today. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening. Tomorrow we'll continue talking the stress response and how the stress response can be mitigated and softened using nutrition and nutritional supplementation and dietary strategies. And then we'll tell you about a couple over-the-counter OTC hormone strategies that you can use as well. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening. Check out my website, brightsideben.com. If you want to purchase any of our Truth products, including Retinol 5% Gel, head over to truthtreatments.com. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Have an awesome, spectacular, beautiful day. Bye for now.
Do you have difficulty taking supplements? Are you searching for a high-quality, complete nutritional drink that your whole family will love? NutriMedical's Life Support has arrived. All of your daily nutritional requirements in one quick, delicious drink. Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support is a proprietary blend of vegan protein, activated vitamins, essential minerals, amino acids, probiotics, green tea, digestive enzymes, anti-inflammatories, cancer prevention, detoxification, and much more. Your body will high-five you for this one. Life Support is the best complete nutritious meal replacement on the market. Whether you are an elite athlete, have post-operative challenges, chronic illness, elderly, or a family that just wants a quick, delicious drink, try Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support for optimized nutrition in one great-tasting smoothie. Just add cold water, almond milk, fruit, or anything else you like. NutriMedical's Life Support. Try our great-tasting chocolate or vanilla today. Call 888-212-8871 or visit us online at NutriMedical.com. NutriMedical.com for the whole family.
Quantitative easing, unemployment at depression levels, Europe financial system falling apart, China getting out of U.S. treasuries. At the end of 2008, the time of TARP, the national debt was at $11 trillion, gold trading around $850 per ounce. Close to 2012, the national debt exceeded $16.4 trillion, gold doubled to $1,600 per ounce. The $20 trillion threshold for the national debt is inevitable. Politicians in Washington have a ferocious appetite for spending and stimulus. What's worse, a printing press to finance. 100 years ago, we had a gold standard to limit this madness, but now you have to adopt your own gold standard. Don't be fooled with paper promises. Get Midas Resources 10 Reasons to Buy Gold free by calling 800-686-2237. Understanding the gold and silver market may be the only insurance you could have to avoiding the next economic crisis. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order your free copy. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
We use mobile devices devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
Most of us already know that taking a fish oil supplement to boost omega-3s is a good idea. But did you know that about 60% of Americans are actually deficient in omega-3s? Did you know that most fish oil products contain only about 25% omega-3s and the remaining 75% is undesirable fish fat? Heck, did you know that more than 90% of fish oil supplements sold in the USA are not even made here? If you want to boost your omega-3s using the finest American-made fish oil, check out Nutrigold fish oil supplements on www.fishoil.best. Nutrigold fish oils are independently 5-star certified and guaranteed to be exceptionally pure. That means no more fish burps. Best of all, just one Nutrigold fish oil capsule contains more omega-3s than 4 standard fish oil capsules. Go to www.fishoil.best or call 888-920-1497 and use promo code BESTFISHOIL to get a free 1-month supply. That's www.fishoil.best or call 888-920-1497.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Ricky LeBlanc, admitted in Mass only. Sokolov Law, LLC, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Ken Levin, responsible attorney in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Greg Hobby, New Jersey. The choice of lawyer is an important decision that should not be based solely upon advertisements. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. If you know what mesothelioma is, you or someone you love has likely been impacted by this devastating cancer. You may be entitled to compensation. Call Sokolov Law today, 1-800-218-HELP. The only known cause of mesothelioma is asbestos exposure. Thousands of hardworking men and women, including many U.S. veterans and industrial workers, have been diagnosed with mesothelioma because manufacturers knew the dangers but put profits ahead of people. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trust has been set aside to pay money to asbestos victims. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call now. You may be entitled to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Call for a free legal consultation at 1-800-218-HELP. That's 1-800-218-HELP.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah.
Ah. When your child has a sore throat, you need to know when to get help. The doctor recommended Say Ah Sore Throat Exam is your solution. The scientifically designed oral retractor offers a clear view of the throat, relaxing the tongue and minimizing gag reflex. Compare with a medical grade chart, website, and app. Then you'll know just what to tell your doctor. A wellness plan in your hands in minutes. Go to SayAHHnow.com. SayAhNow.com, the new mainstay for every family's first aid kit.